The alarm didn't scream. It whispered. A soft, surgical chirp threaded through my living room. At exactly 5 a.m., slicing through the hush of the water outside my glass walls. I didn't move. I watched my reflection hover in the dark window. Eyes open, breath even, like I'd been waiting for this sound my whole life. My phone lit up. Security. I answered before it could ring twice. "Sir," the guard said, voice thin, rehearsed, nervous. "Your sister is here. With movers, she says. She says she owns the condo. Wants you out." I didn't ask questions. I didn't blink. I took a slow sip of coffee. Bitter. Perfect. "Let her in," I said. I smiled. Not because I was calm. Because I already knew what she didn't. I always knew my sister would come for me. I just didn't expect her to choose dawn, or audacity, or lies wrapped in legal language. She'd been distant for months. Calculated. Conversations trimmed of warmth. Calls unanswered. Family dinners canceled with excuses that sounded rehearsed, like testimony. I told myself it was stress. Grief. Our mother's death had split the family into quiet factions. I chose silence. She chose strategy. The condo was the last thing Mom gave me. Waterfront. Deeded. Clean. Or so I believed. The first crack came weeks ago. A casual comment from a realtor friend. "Hey," he'd said lightly, "why does your sister's name show up on an old trust search? Connected to your address?" I laughed it off. Too quickly. That night I couldn't sleep. I stared at the ceiling and replayed memories. My sister offering to handle paperwork while I was traveling. Her insistence I sign documents digitally. My trust in her hands because blood made me lazy. I didn't accuse her. I watched. She started moving differently. Avoiding eye contact. Over-explaining. Posting cryptic. Quotes about taking what's yours. She stopped asking how I was doing. She started telling people she was between places. I didn't confront. I prepared. I became invisible. I requested certified copies. Quietly. Pulled archived records. Hired a forensic attorney under a shell name. Ran timelines. Compared signatures. Every document told a story she thought was buried. A forged amendment. A trust modification filed 2 weeks after our mother's funeral. Dated. Notarized and fraudulent. My name present. My consent missing. She'd gambled everything on one assumption. That I'd panic. Instead, I let her move closer to the edge. I let her think the condo was hers. I let her schedule movers. I let her believe the lie had lived long enough to become truth. All while I waited for one final piece. The notarization seal. It arrived 3 days ago. Invalid. The notary had been dead for 6 months when the document was filed. I stared at the report for a long time. Not angry, not sad, clear. She entered like a victor. The movers hovered behind her, awkward and tired. She wore confidence like armor, heels sharp against marble. Chin lifted, eyes already measuring my exit. "You can pack essentials," she said, not looking at me. "This doesn't have to be ugly." I placed a folder on the counter. "I know," I said. "That's why it won't be." She scoffed. Finally met my eyes. "Mom wanted this handled properly. You weren't around. You signed." "I didn't," I said. Silence. I slid the folder toward her. She opened it. Slowly. The color drained from her face in stages. Denial, confusion, recognition, fear. Her mouth opened, closed, opened again. That's not." "The notary was dead," I said. "Before you forged it." Her hands trembled. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't lean in. I watched. She cried. Not loudly, not convincingly. She tried anger next. Accusations. Childhood grievances. The usual inventory of blame people use when truth corners them. I let her talk. Then I handed her my phone. An email draft. Addressed to the district attorney. Attachments included. Time-stamped. Scheduled. "You forged a legal document," I said. "You attempted unlawful eviction, fraud, identity misuse." Her knees buckled. "But," I added, "I won't send it." She looked up. Hope flickered. Brief, pathetic. "I already transferred the condo," I said. "Out of the trust." Out of reach. It's gone. Her breath caught. You did all this, she whispered, just to ruin me. No, I said. I did it so you couldn't ruin me. I turned to the movers. You're dismissed. They didn't hesitate. Neither did I. By noon, the condo was quiet again. The water outside didn't care. The city moved on. So did I. I didn't block her number. I didn't need to. She'd lost more than property that morning. She lost the illusion that I was weak. I finished my coffee. Cold now, just like me.